I'm a tired chick, working triple shifts, multi-hyphenate, ain't too proud to beg, to communicate, yeah, I'm with the shit. You're bitter and bold, I can't get with it. Not in the streets, but in the industry. They tell us panaz, we got no audience seat, so we say
Hey, are you two done? It's my room too, you know, I need to change.
fuck 'em and make these songs, bleed. Stop you down if you think of slandering me. That's the shit I don't dig, I keep it happy and trill. Tryna fuck my vibe, that behavior ill. True and real, 22, scribe 2, practitioner, young visionary. Result of being a listener. I'm a pro and performer, I don't got to choose. I can manage myself and you're artist, fool. I'm a child of the bay, in the winter where I stayed. Central to the circle, I was born and raised. Bay Area brown girl, Windy City in my heart. Second space in which I got down and spit bars. Uplift my copper, every year we go hard. My family with me and I know we'll go far. Romance with hip hop, second not first. Common sense funk on the one with the verse. No lyrical miracle, that's a product of feeling. A breakthrough of 36 bamboo ceilings. Liberation says kinfolk has no meaning. Upkeep the gates, yet keeping. All this false leadership couldn't see no leading. Till Akari and I just laid it down on a beat. Let's get it.
Just like that, my boy. Just like that. Boom! There you go. That was the trailer for No Room for Love, premiering at Cinequest on March 15th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things No Room for Love, I have writers, directors, co-writer directors, the lovely Kamradt couple. I have Malou and Randal Kamradt. Joining me as well is the cinematographer, Freddy Duarte. And you saw him on screen a second ago. He'll be coming right back in. I have composer Dale Edward Chung. Everybody, Pamilia, how are you all today? What are the vibes? How are we feeling today?
Doing good.
Doing great.
We're excited.
Amazing. Cinequest is in a couple of days. We're going to be premiering No Room for Love. I know there's a vibe, you know, as we put all this hard work. It's finally going to be getting some eyes on it, which is what we work towards to. But before we get there, I want to dial it back. I want to learn about this film that we just showed the trailer for. If I could start with our writer-directors, our Kamradt couple, Randal and Malou. Why No Room for Love? Where did this birth from with you both?
No Room for Love, it's literally about no space for everyone. Like, it's a small apartment. In that small apartment live 7 cousins, and these are cousins who share the same dreams of being artists in Los Angeles. And you know how it is, rent is so expensive that we had to just scrimp and make use of any little space in that room just so we can reach our American dreams.
So yeah, they're all crammed into a small space, and we follow their lives for a year as they get into all sorts of misadventures in pursuit of their dreams.
I feel that it's very relatable in 2 different instances. Well, as Filipino family, let's not lie. No matter where we're at, even if you're not in Hollywood, we come together and we all make use of space, and we still bring more in because that's who we are as a people. But then out in Hollywood, you know, coming out to La La Land, everybody trying to make it, and the costs associated with following those dreams, it hits on those fronts, and I think is going to be very relatable to even the non-Filipinos that don't know that struggle, but also the acting struggle, the filmmaking struggle, that creative struggle. So I can't wait for people to check this out. So you birthed the idea. How long did it take from idea to actual, you know, script and then getting the team together? If I could return back to you, Randal and Malou.
Oh, well, so the going from idea to script and to cameras rolling, that part was incredibly fast. Oh,
Yes, it started with one day we hang out with this group of artists, the actors in a film, the main cousins, and we went to this cultural show in Carson. And we were in this very small car, very crammed, but we were so happy. And we were like supporting dancers from the Philippines performing here in America. And then we were sharing breads together, and I thought, oh my gosh, I think I have a story about this, and I want to put them as one family together. And so that night after the show, I thought of of a screenplay. I wrote the 3 page, but I took medicine and almost falling asleep. And so Randall had to.
So yeah, we were already planning on filming like right away, but we needed the script finished, and she was literally falling asleep. And I was like, "Hun, what's the ending? I'll write the last page. Just tell me what the ending is." And then she like kind of croaked out like the last. And this was back when it was only a 10 page
Like a
short
10 page
film.
short.
So she sort of croaked out the ending, and I was like, "Okay, got it." And I went over and I wrote the last couple of pages, and right away, like the next day or two or whatever it was.
The next 2 days,
Yeah.
that was the short film first day shooting.
Yeah, the first day of shooting.
Yeah.
What was that like? Have y'all worked together before? You know, Randall, I've had you on. We talked No Dogs. We talked Monsters Without. What was it like working together as a husband and wife? Because sometimes work can be good together, but also a nightmare together. Let's be real.
For both Monsters Without and No Dogs, yeah, I solo directed them, but Malou, especially actually with Monsters Without, Malou's always been the producer. So we've been working together actually for more than a decade, for like 15 years. So it's pretty smooth, and the transition to having us as both co-directors was pretty simple because she was already a pretty hands-on producer. So
Yes.
the difference wasn't really all that much.
And writing for us is, we treat it as like a date night. We go to a coffee shop, we write ideas for a story, and we talk about it, and we come up with like concepts or storyboarding. So it's like part of like it gives us joy instead of like a work thing.
Mhm.
Wow. All right. Well, that's so very sweet. I like that y'all treat it as a date night. I like that. That's cute. Okay. You guys birthed this idea. I got to bring on the amazing Freddy Duarte and Dale Edward Chung, you know, giving us beautiful sound, giving us beautiful pictures. We need all of that to make an amazing film. If I could go to you, Freddy, when you got this script from Randall and Malou, what did you think? In a ways, you know, you're a filmmaker, right? You see these things. Oh, this is kind of like, I know this, right? And what did you see for visually to that you wanted to instill into this project?
Well, I began my career with Randall and Malou like, 10 years ago, maybe 15 years now. I
A
shot
long
Monsters,
time.
yeah, I shot Monsters Without with them, No Dogs. So when they approached me with this one, it was just like a no-brainer. Like I was just gonna do it regardless. Before I even read the script, I was like, okay, I'm in.
Family.
Um,
It's family.
yeah, because it's always a good time. It's
Yeah.
like what we love to do. So yeah, jumped on the project a little bit after they started. They shot the first 10 minutes, and then I guess it just ballooned into something bigger. And so they asked me to come on. And yeah, it just felt like I don't know, it was like movie making camp, which is my favorite thing. And yeah, it is now it's in this festival, and it's pretty crazy to see that, what we started as like a small little project just ballooned into a feature film.
Definitely. All right.
Yeah.
So one of the things I noticed out the gate, we showed the trailer, you know, right before we started talking, it being in black and white, you know,
Mhm.
what inspired the visual feel of this film and movement. If I could go back to you, Freddie and Randall, if you can chime in together on the look and vibe and what we got cinematically, or any challenges you and lessons learned from those other projects that you brought forth with No Room for Love.
Yeah, the black and white was
I'll
Randall's
start
idea.
it and I'll toss it to Freddy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the black and white was there from the start because we started it without the first day black and white. The choice was basically just we thought that it would help it look unified because we had literally no money, and so it was stuck black and white. And then part of the pitch to Freddie was like, "Hey, you're stuck with black and white." So hopefully you found that a fun thing to do and not shackles upon you.
Yeah, no, it actually made it kind of easier because I didn't have to worry about different color temperatures, and I could mix lighting sources and didn't have to worry about it all matching. Since there was like really no budget, it was kind of whatever we brought to the table as far as our own equipment. It really actually helped speed things along. And then the handheld style also was just kind of used for more speed, to get through setups a lot more quickly because we didn't really have that much crew to kind of help us out. So yeah, the style and the look kind of just happened organically just to be able to make the film. Um, yeah, and that's just how it worked.
Did anything inspire it from like maybe other previous work? Or did you, so, you know, budget is a very important reason. I see that. But then,
Mhm.
you know, did you like maybe look at other things to maybe inspire shots, or was it just purely organic because of just what you guys were working with?
It was pretty much organic. I come from like a documentary background,
Hmm.
so it's kind of like I kind of just got right back into my element. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, jumping on set and just finding like the right angles and the right places to be for the moments and kind of letting the action kind of happen in front of you. And me and Randall kind of work very well together in that sense where we can talk about the shot, see the shot, block the shot, shoot the shot. So it's, it happens. It's like a flow state that we get into when we shoot these things.
Amazing, amazing. And it helps
We
the
we did
turnaround.
this. We
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. We did discuss, Freddie, if you remember, like embracing like a lot of contrast, like
Mhm.
like going bigger on contrast than maybe some other black and white projects might be willing to do.
Yeah, we try to embrace like the ratio, having like brighter sources, just because with black and white, it's easy to get like lost in I would say like typical
Like
exposure, so we try to like pull the contrast just to make things pop, make people stand out, and just I don't know, make it just have a certain look that kind of stands out from the rest.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, it grabs your attention when I screen the trailer. Again, I'm so looking forward to watching this full
Mhm.
film, and we'll be getting back together again so we can all talk about that. But it grabs you, and I like that choice. It's old school, as a film lover, we're all film lovers here. That's why we're in the industry, right? It brings you back to those classic films. And so that vibe and energy was there. And what helps that, if I can now bring in amazing composer Dale Edward Chung, we get the cool kind of, hip hop Bay Area track out the break of the trailer, but then we get into this old school vibe and feel and soulful energy. Dale, when you climbed on board, what did you number one, what did you think of the script and the concept? And then how did you form that into what you wanted to bring to the film?
So I do multiple things on this film. So originally I came in as the production sound mixer to record the dialogue. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but obviously Randall had a conversation with me. But honestly, I don't remember how that happened, but I know I said yes. I think that I really, admired Randall and Malou, and we were both in Film Creative together. I think as board members. And so we sort of talked, and so I did sound for the film, and then at a certain point, as the film was, I think we had done the final shot, or almost the final shots, and I asked Randall. I said, "Who is composing the music?" And he didn't have anyone, or he's like, I don't know. And I said, I'm a Grammy winner, and I work on all these films. People ask me to do sound for
Let's
their
go,
films,
brush them
but
shoulders off, man. Let's go.
no one asked me to compose music. Like I've done shorts and stuff, but literally I get asked 10 times more to record sound dialogue than I do to do music. And so that's kind of how it happened. And so, I really originally, this what I really liked about the film was one, that it's Asian American, API, stories, right? So I'm a fifth generation. I'm Chinese American, right, from the Bay Area, from Oakland, and so my family's been here for almost 200 years, right? And so and I've been in the music business for almost, well, professionally 25 years, but all my life really. And so in film and in music, I feel it's my goal is to promote us, as people who are bankable entertainment people, Asian Americans. because through my lifetime, that has not always been the case. And it's not because we weren't there. It was because of this society that we live in never gave us the opportunity. They put us in boxes that were subservient and not the leading man, not the lead singer role, not the Bruno Mars now, right? Not the the stars, right? And so it's been my goal for decades, really all my life, to normalize us as being Americans. We are here. We are American. My family, that's my family generationally from Berkeley and Oakland, and so that was so important to me. And so, when I read the script and heard about the story and and saw the cast, and I had to say yes. I had to say yes, and it's well written, it's funny. And then once I got on set, there was so much laughter. There was so much laughter with the filmmakers and the crew and the actors, that it was a magnet to want to be on set and work with everyone who was involved. And then
Oh, did we lose Dale? Guys, are you hearing Dale?
Oh, no.
I think there is he coming back, Dale. I think we might have lost Dale. We'll wait for a second. He was going off there, guys. I am living for Dale right now. Shout out to you, Dale, and everything you've done for the community. I love that. Randal, hearing those words from Dale, what did you think of the musical choices? So once you okay, Dale, I'm gonna let you just do your thing. What do you want to say about the sound and everybody in regards to the musical side?
Well, Dale really, like he mentioned, he sort of saved the day because there was a lot of parts which we felt sort of needed to be fixed up in terms of musical help. It's a movie that there are a handful of spots where sort of the music takes over, and we used a couple of different sources already. So you heard in the trailer a song from Jaya Bayani, and she contributes 3 songs, and then there's a few songs from Garth Garcia, the Phil Prince of Pop, and there's a couple of songs from Angie Tan, and then we use a couple of vintage recordings, but then we needed stuff that was completely custom made for the movie, and we had no way of doing that until Dale came in. And so he was able to do the tracks that are built to create certain dramatic moments. And so having Dale's participation elevated a ton of these scenes way beyond sort of what they had initially been. Even with the temp tracks and other things that we were finding, it was we needed Dale to come in and make something that was just for the movie,
Amazing. Well, Dale's back.
All right.
Dale, we were filling in for you. We lost you for a second.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. My phone overheated.
No worries.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I have my air conditioning on now. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I really enjoyed being on set. I really enjoyed, I was trying to do more. This is my first feature score, and it was great. It was super quirky. I know when Randal sent me the first can you do this? Honestly, in my head was I've never done that before, and I composed something that as a test run, and he liked that. So so him having the temp music of this older French bistro kind of thing, I really enjoyed that. I think that it adds to the quirkiness. I love the quirkiness of this film, and I hope that what I did was lends to the comedy and the drama. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, it gave me some Wes Anderson vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're saying, that quirkiness with these kind of off the wall characters that are all together sharing space. Thank you, Dale. I know you've got a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm gonna put that on the screen, y'all. We're doing our best. Everybody's, commuting in LA. It's wild. But Dale, thank you for all you have done and exactly that message of representation. And I want to flow into that now, if you guys don't mind. It's so important for us to feel seen and be seen and share our stories, our universal stories. We are not a monolith, and it's beautiful to see. If I could go to you, Freddy, bring it back to you a little bit. You're in this business, working with these guys, longtime friends. With now your experience and working with everybody, how important is representation to you, and how this film brings representation forward? If I could go back to you, Freddy. Oh, we can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's
No
super
worries.
important. Just it kind of shows how much we all want this dream to come true, and we can all relate to that. Like coming to LA, having nothing, and just grinding for most of your life just to try to get a little glimpse of what could be, and working together kind of just made me realize, like, even if we don't progress any further, like, we're actually living the dream. We're creating something together, and we're all, having a great time while we do it. And to be able to represent people who look, like we do, it just feels like an honor. So very happy to be a part of this project.
Love that. Shout out to you, Freddy. Randal and Malou. You guys laid the pen down. You brought all these amazing, beautiful people together. Why did you want to create something that spoke in such a way? If I could go to you, Randal and Malou.
As a writer director, for me, it is very important for me to provide that space where people that I know can shine. I want to shine that spotlight on them, because sometimes it's hard to find that stage, that spotlight, because a lot of gatekeepers, and if we aren't proactive as artists, then who would shine the spotlight on us, right? Like, we should start from each other, uplifting each other, because then maybe it doesn't happen someday. But if we do it for ourselves, then I think there is so much hope.
And for my part, this was all really laid down by Malou, like what the story was, like that it's this family of Filipinos all in one room. And so, the diversity was like built in, and I was very, very happy about that. But then something else that she did with the initial concept was making it sort of about the family's bickering and about the family sort of like misbehaving sometimes and fighting, and making it about the love that comes inside of that. And I really love that. And I thought that that's something solid that this can be sort of special in terms of diversity for, in that it's not a story that's like these characters are not role models necessarily. They are and they aren't. They're imperfect, and it's one of those things where when you're trying to make diverse works for that's representational, sometimes we make the mistake of trying to like make people into the model minority. You wind up defanging your story by trying to make all your characters so perfect. And it's silly in this day and age for there to be sort of a movie where the moral is like Asians are good. So what we want to take that as a given. That's already established. That's like anyone coming in that doesn't know that is nuts. And we were able to go the next step with our storytelling and make something that goes deep with the characters, gives them a interior life, makes it so they have flaws, so they misbehave, they do good things, they do bad things, and it's just great to be able to tell a varied story within the context of representation.
Hell yeah. Love that. Love that. All right. I got one final question across the board, or lesson that I want to kind of put out there from each of you real quick. But before I do that, let me again remind everybody, No Room for Love is premiering March 15th at the Cinequest Film Festival in San Jose. Please go and support this film. I'll have more content with all of these beautiful people on my screen following that as we get it recorded. So look for that on the ShoPowSho. Let me go back to you, Dale. Hopefully we'll stay, we'll have the connection working. If we can just say this film is about family. We spoke about Asian representation. We spoke about Hollywood and just trying to make it. But I think at the core of this is about family and how we deal with each other. What do you want to say is your number one lesson to the people out there watching this about family and coexisting, I guess? Because, family, we fight, but we can also love. But just what do you think was number one for you personally, and then maybe what you tell other people to deal with family?
That's true. Family, first of all, we're family. We're not going anywhere, right? So I think that as family, our family are the people who know us the best. They've been around us as longer than anyone, and we get into fights. But underneath all of that is love, and connection. A connection that you really don't have with anyone else, right? And so no matter what, family is important. That's the link to everything, right? Our roots, it's soon. And so no matter what happens, tomorrow. I mean, I grew up, my mother, me and us, we used to get into trouble. And my mom would come home from work and she'd send us to our room or whatever she would do. And then when dinner came, she knocked on the door and said, "Dinner's ready, come eat." And that, so, harboring anything, towards anybody, right? It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. And especially family, because family will annoy you. You will get annoyed with family, but you got to let that go because it's all love, right? It's all love. And, to be in love than to be in hate.
All right. Thank you, Dale. Again, sorry for the technical issues, y'all. I'm going to probably put Dale's headshot in there every time you talk, man, because you're in and out on your visual, but we hear you and we appreciate you, sir. All right, Freddy, what do you want to say about family?
I would say that living in a big city in like LA, you kind of forget, especially with me, I don't have any family here. So, being surrounded by strangers on the daily, you kind of have this like facade on. But when you're around friends and you have a community, you're like reminded what family feels like, and it, just kind of feel human again. So it's important to have people like, Malou and Randal in your life, and then the people that they bring into your life, because it creates a big family. And I don't know, there's just something special about that.
I love that. Again, I'm an empath. In case y'all didn't know, Randal, I'm an empath. I'm all emotion first. Y'all feel it. If I love y'all, if I care about y'all, if I don't like anything, you're gonna know. So I think that is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Randal, Malou, you guys are getting the final word on this. What do you want to say? Your film talks about family. We know the messages in there, but what do you want to say real quick about No Room for Love and family?
Well, I mean, yeah, just to give, part of like what's sort of in there in the movie. They're struggling against their dreams. They're struggling against trying to make it entertainment, which we sort of portray as a nigh impossible task. Like they have difficulty getting any headway in that endeavor. But what they do have that makes their lives fulfilling is family, and that's sort of the thesis in a way of the movie, is that even though they're fighting impossible odds that might not be something that's even possible, the fact that they're doing it together makes it fulfilling. The fact that they have each other makes life bearable, makes life rich. And that's what family can do for you, whether it's a family that by blood or found family, because as we see in the film, they have a big community. And it's not just them who are related by blood.
I love that. Whether it be blood or your found family. Well said. How about you, Malou?
family for me is beyond blood. Family is our strength. Family is our weakness. It can be our push, our pull, but it is our center. So family for me here in America, I don't have my own family here. My siblings, my family, my mom and dad are in the Philippines. I create my own family, not just my family with Randal and our kids, but also in filmmaking. So No Room for Love is a family that we have created. It started small and it's ballooned into everyone, almost everyone in the community in LA. And that for me is a very, very important thing because it's one of a kind, like it's something small and then everyone's in it later. It's like, it's amazing.
I love that. Well, I'm so excited for this. I can't wait for everybody to check it out. I love this. I love this. Love this. I can't wait to fully watch it. And everybody, if you want to check it out, again, Cinequest, March 15th. Go check it out if you're in the San Jose area. I'm also going to have links to everybody here's Instagram handles, Soliloquy Films, and Randal's stuff, so you can follow to see when it's going to get even wider release and further distribution, because I want y'all to check this out. I know Randal and his whole crew is going to put that all together. So please follow, subscribe, check out all the things they're doing so you can know when it's coming to your area. Y'all, Freddy, Dale, Malou, Randal, Randal's already been part of my ShoPowSho family. Now all of y'all are part of my family. When y'all do No Room for Love 2, please let me know. I will fly out to LA because I need to be a part of this. This is so beautiful. Thank you all for your time. I really appreciate you guys. So salamat po. Dale, I know you're Chinese American, but it's all one big happy Asian family. We're all, we're all in love. So thank you so much. Salamat.
Yeah, I'm an honorary Filipino.
You're honorary Filipino, sir.
Freddy is an honorary Asian.
There you go. Definitely. I love it. Thank you all for your time. I forgot to open it like I usually do. So let me just say, everybody, this is the ShoPowSho from Nerds Rule the World. It's the Bobinka Boy, the leader of the Hala Hala homies in the Cine Gang. I'm Kuya P. Salamat po to Randal and Malou Kamradt, Frederick Duarte, as well as Dale Edward Chung. Go check out No Room for Love, premiering at the Cinequest Film Festival on March 15th. All of the links will be in the description so you guys could support and follow and know when it's coming to you guys. And go check out my other interviews because Randal's setting me up with the whole cast. We're going to be talking to everybody. And hopefully, once I screen this too, I could talk to you all even more so we can get down and talk about this. But I really appreciate y'all's time. Mahal kita. Salamat. Salamat po. We're out of here. NRW, Nerds Rule the World. ShoPowSho. We out. Peace. All right, guys, there's a cut.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Not fast enough. If you ask me.
Cut. Great.
Marco, slower.
Slower.
Don't be afraid to take your time.
Okay.
Slower. Slower.
Okay. Slower.
All right, reset everybody. Let's go.
Slower. Slower.
Action.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
Not fast enough, if you ask me.
Cut. Great. Moving on.
So set up for the reverse shot?
We're shooting in 6K, right? That's what all the other Ks are for. The shot covers itself. Like I said, moving on.
You do good?
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah,
Great
yeah.
job. See your best work.
Hey. What do you think of the director? I really like what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's nice knowing someone who actually knows what they're doing, right?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Santiago. You're really Filipino?
Proud Pinoy, right here.
Good. We don't want to get canceled. But we might change the character to Vietnamese. Would you be okay with that?
Of course.
Are you still a series regular on Bikini Detectives?
Oh, no, that was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, so it's been a while.
No, but I just did this play downtown.
Okay, let's go ahead and hear it, please.
Tony fires his gun in the air.
Oh God, no, please. Please.
Where is the money? I want my money. Your life means nothing to me.
No, please. I have a son. I have a son.
I'll kill him too. Why not? I'll rip the money from his belly, if needs be.
No, please. What if I can get the money for you, huh? What if then I swear I can get it for you?
Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Santiago.
Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll be sure to follow up with you. Tony fires his gun in the air.
Oh God, no! Please, no! No.